All right, today is Sunday, June 7th. I just want to keep giving you the dates as we do these videos so you have some idea of context. So they're not like, why is he saying this when this just happened? One thing I wanted to talk about is the last words of George Floyd. And one of the last vocal expressions he made was he screamed out for his mama. Now, I haven't seen the video, and I refuse to watch the video. I've seen the picture, and that's enough for me. But from what I've told is that he says mama in the video. He screams out for his mother, who had been, she passed away 2 years before his passing. So for him to call out for a human who is no longer here and living with us, that says something. And I think that it has impacted not only mothers in general, but black mothers in general. And I think it's important to note that because as a black man, when we talk about our mothers, it is so damn important. And it is so paramount and imperative that people understand that relationship between black men and their mothers. And I think that just the responsibility or the effect that it's had on black females is huge. And we need to recognize that. Because when we say it takes a village, I also believe that it really, it takes a village to follow and listen to the lead of black females. And I just think that mothers are so damn important. And there's a lot of things to take away from what happened. And I also think there's a lot of things to really take away from what's been happening. And when I'm going to these rallies or speaking or just filming or listening, what I'm seeing a lot is the women, the black women who have lost their nephew or their husband or their father or their son or their cousin to police. And they're out here still marching, still working, still demanding that justice be brought to the officers that took the life of their loved one. And that's the work. And I believe that we need to be in a position to support or follow the lead of and listen to these women. That's where I'm at right now. I mean, obviously, things ebb and flow, but that's my feeling and my take right now. And I think navigating that space, I mean, as we heard, as I've heard from friends before, you might fall. It might get messy. You might screw it up. You might get yelled at. You might get embarrassed, and that's okay. You dust it off and you get back up and then keep following, and you learn. And I think a lot of people are afraid to follow or have the conversation because they're afraid they're going to get uncomfortable. Well, I mean, how do you think it feels to lose a loved one to police brutality and have to get up every morning, check the Facebook group that you created for them in their name, and then head to the rally? You still have a job, you still have family, you still have responsibilities, and yet you're taking this cause up as well. So I think that we can actually be in a position of support for a lot of these people, a lot of these women, these families that have lost somebody to police brutality in such a senseless and unnecessary fashion. And for me, when we engage with the final words of George Floyd, he's calling out for his mom. And that says something so powerful in and of itself. And I think it's going to resonate differently with everybody. And for me, my mother is white and she's not a black woman, but my sister is black and she has kids. And so navigating that space for me is, it's different, obviously. And I think that this has definitely, impacted my sister as well as my mother, because they're both mothers, but obviously my sister differently. But I think that it's very just, again, important to engage with what black females mean to the momentum, the sustained action, and the immovable presence of protests, rallies, and the work that is being done to bring justice and equity and some modicum of balance to society. So check in with that, and I think that really you should go out and I guess what's the thing that I've done? Joined. I guess this doesn't really feel like the work, but I think it kind of starts with the listening. And I would start listening to Kim Handy Jones, go to Justice for Cardale Handy, Racial Justice Network, where Nikema Levy Armstrong leads, Justice for Marcus Golden, Monique Colors Doty runs that, and then you'll see a lot more pop up on Facebook as well, and just get into that narrative, because this has been here. This has been here the whole time. This is not new. This is not trending. This has been here for a long time. Police have been killing black people for a very long time. And every time it happens, it creates another hole, another loss. And so another community that's grieving. And so collectively, as we go forward, I really think it's important to support the mothers, and especially the black mothers that are a part of this movement. And even if they're not, then support them any damn way. So yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about in this specific vlog. So get out there, follow their lead. We'll see you in the next video.